There's been so much speculation about 2026's new Girl Scout cookie. I think I've figured it out, and the results might surprise you.
Hey there, I'm Jackie the Juliet, and I'm here to help Girl Scouts from across the U.S. explore, lead, and shine.
If you sold cookies last season, you'd know that Girl Scouts was discontinuing both Toast Days and S'mores. They did this for two reasons: to get ABC and Little Brownie bakers on the same page, and to make room for a new cookie coming in 2026. Ever since I discovered this, I obsessively researched almost every week, hunting down new information. Now that the 2026 mascot and recognitions have been revealed, the cookie, in a way, has been too. What does this mean, you may ask? It all started when I was filling out the 2026 Cookie Rewards questionnaire, where we vote for what rewards we want on our council. There were pictures of the options, and what caught my eye was this. This is a charm featuring the ferret mascot and the new cookie. The cookie is hidden here, but you can tell from the back that it's round. This means we won't have a uniquely shaped cookie, which is a bit sad since they just got rid of two interesting shapes. While they hid the cookie here, Girl Scouts seems to have neglected to hide it from the rest of the swag. For example, look at this bandana. There's a ferret in the middle, flowers and birds scattered around, current Girl Scout cookies, and this mystery figure. I have years of experience selling cookies, so I knew right off the bat that this is not a cookie in the current lineup. This isn't the only occurrence either. Take a look at this mood grip bottle. Once again, we see the ferret, flowers, cookies, and mystery cookie. This time it's being held by the ferret. Now take a look at the puffy stickers. Once again, it's the same pattern. Ferret, flowers, cookies, and that same mysterious cookie. This time we have color. It's dark brown, just like Thin Mints. Also, notice this odd little ring, and more importantly, these 4 tiny pinholes in the cookie, just like those on so many other cookies. When I was putting together this video, I actually discovered a critical piece of evidence solidifying the appearance of the new cookie. Look at this Facebook comment. Here is an actual picture of the cookie, and it looks just like the graphic on the swag. This has to be the new cookie. Girl Scouts loves to put the mascot with the cookies, and it makes sense that they'd have the new one in the recognitions. It's a classic way of celebrating it and introducing it to the world. It's really odd, though, that Girl Scouts wouldn't think to hide the cookie on the rest of the swag. They could have announced the cookie when they announced the recognitions, right? Anyway, then I started researching. There's so little information out there that I had to rely a lot on Reddit threads, so obviously take this with a grain of salt, but I feel like it's at least somewhat true. When you first Google New Girl Scout Cookie 2026, you find this thread. There seems to be 2 hypotheses. The first is a Rocky Road flavor. The second is a churro cookie called Amigas. The second seems pretty believable considering amigas means female friends in Spanish, and churros are both so delicious and from Spain. It really does seem like something Girl Scouts would make. It is just speculation, or at least at first. After thorough scouring of the internet, I found a trademark filing from Girl Scouts themselves. This is the one source that is certainly believable. We see that Amigas is a trademarked cookie owned by Girl Scouts of the United States of America. We also notice this list of what looks like ingredients. I found that way back in February, and lots of us thought that it was a coffee cookie. Later I figured out that these are a list of many ingredients, not necessarily specific ingredients. So luckily, we won't be getting a coffee cookie. That still means it's probably a churro cookie, right? People got the name correct. Why wouldn't they be right about the flavor too? There's still one issue with that though. Remember that mysterious cookie from the swag? It looks like a smooth chocolate cookie with no toppings or drizzles. The real flavor is probably inside the cookie, like the Raspberry Rally. Rest in peace, friend. You'd think the Amigas would be at least shaped like a churro instead of circular and have cinnamon sugar on top. Puzzling. After I looked further into this mystery, I discovered something that would change everything. Remember the trademark for Amigas? The owned by is clickable. Clicking there takes you to all of Girl Scouts' trademarks in chronological order. There are trademarks for other cookies, for Amigas, and for Exploremores. That's right, there's another, even more recent Girl Scout cookie. It turns out a lot of people have referenced the Exploremores before. Remember that Rocky Road flavor? Comments on Reddit practically promise the Exploremores as the new Rocky Road flavored cookie for 2026. Here the cookie is described as a Rocky Road ice cream inspired cookie filled with flavors of chocolate, marshmallow, and toasted almond cream. Here we're told that the Rocky Road cookie is actively being made. It's important to remember that anyone can say anything on the internet, but the mystery cookie on the swag also supports this theory. After all, a simple-looking cookie would be perfect for something filled with chocolate, marshmallow, and toasted almond cream. It really does make sense. Now there's only one issue left. Amigas is still here, still trademarked. I seriously doubt they'll add 2 new cookies in 1 year. It's not like they're making 1 cookie for each baker either. They got rid of Toast Day and S'mores to get ABC and Little Brownie Bakers on the same page. Why would they turn around and make a new cookie for each? Just to make sure this wasn't the case, I checked out Little Brownie Baker's recognitions, and there it was, that mystery cookie once again. Less common in the swag, but they're all the same. In my opinion, if Girl Scouts was going to make a churro cookie, they would give it wavy edges and cover it in cinnamon sugar. It'd be silly to make a cookie that was circular and chocolate covered for something that's supposed to be a churro. This specific shape makes much more sense for the Exploremore. I believe that Girl Scouts got both cookies trademarked ahead of time to cover their bases. They tried out both of the cookies in a focus group, and the Exploremore was the favorite. They still kept the trademark for both, but went through with the Exploremores. There's even evidence to support this theory too. At the bottom of each trademark, there are these events. I don't know exactly what these are, but I believe it's a record of the activity related to the trademark. For the Amigas, there's 1 event, the date it was created. In the Exploremore, though, there are 3, the last being in April. This means that they've worked on the Exploremore more frequently and more recently. This must mean that they gave up on Amigas and chose Exploremores. Also note that multiple people have said that the new cookie will be announced on September 9th, which is actually coming up pretty close. Once again, anyone can say anything online, but considering multiple people have said it across multiple sites, I think this is reliable. The final verdict? I am almost certain that come September 9th, Girl Scouts will announce Exploremores, a Rocky Road-inspired cookie, to be added to their lineup.
Thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Stay safe, stay kind, and keep scouting strong.